The 13th Bell. In the mist-drenched hills of Blackmoor Valley stood an abandoned chapel known only as St. Eldritch's Hollow. The villagers never spoke of it, not directly. They referred to it in whispers or avoided the topic altogether, for every child in Blackmoor knew the same terrifying rhyme. Hear the bells ring 1 to 12, stay inside, protect yourself. But if it tolls a 13th time, a soul must pay beyond the chime. Act 1, The Stranger. Elias Marrick was a documentary filmmaker from London, driven by folklore and forgotten tales. When he heard about the chapel of the 13th Bell, he couldn't resist. Armed with cameras, drones, and audio recorders, Elias made the trek to Blackmoor. The villagers tried to warn him, but he laughed it off. "It's just an old rhyme," he said. "Bells don't kill people." That night, he broke into the chapel. Act 2, The Chapel Saint. Eldritch's Hollow was suffocatingly still. Ivy had wrapped around the cracked stone walls, and stained glass windows wept colors onto the floor. The bell tower loomed above, iron wrought and half swallowed by rot. Elias set up his gear and waited. At exactly midnight, the bell rang. Dong. He smiled. Dong. Dong. It rang on. He counted carefully. The air turned cold. His breath misted. Dong. 10. 11. 12. Then silence. He sighed. See? No third. Dong. His camera feed glitched. A shadow flickered behind the pews. Act 3. The Bellmaker. The 13th Bell was never part of the original chapel. Legend had it that a bellmaker, obsessed with time and death, forged it from the iron shackles of hanged criminals. He poured into it the final screams of the dying and cursed it. Every 13th chime meant a soul must join the bell. That was the pact. Elias began to hear whispers in Latin. Mortus rede anima. He ran for the door, but it had vanished. Not closed, vanished. The chapel was no longer part of the valley. It now stood in between, a liminal world of time suspended. And the bell began to ring again. 1, 2, 3. Act 4. The Recording. Back in the village, a week passed. Elias's gear was found neatly packed outside the chapel door, but there was no sign of him, except for a single recording uploaded to his cloud. It was titled, "Don't Listen Past 12. The file plays 12 clear chimes, then static, then a final bell, then, help me, it won't stop. I'm still ringing." No one has dared open the chapel since. But some nights, just before midnight, the villagers swear they hear bells in the distance and a man screaming between the strokes.